Yeah. One time for the city. Yeah. Same aura as before. The smoke got blowing orange laws, meaning you pursue at your own cause. Last of a breed to do it how we was taught. Gods in the rap.
All right, let's take it back from the top. Levels to levels is good. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday evening. Another edition of KFTV's post-game live presented by SeatGeek. Go to SeatGeek.com and use our code KFTV10 for 10% off your order. Knicks in action at the world's most famous arena for the penultimate preseason game. Yeah, I use a SAT word. Penultimate preseason game at the Garden. No starters tonight, so to the delight of many of new hives this season, Knicks fans got to tap in with Tyler Kolek extended minutes, Ariel Hukporti extended minutes, and the debut of their first-round pick, Pacome Dadier. Dadier hive tonight was your night for a little bit, man. So, all in all, the Knicks took on a Hornets team that had their starters and gave them a run for their money, leading to a victory, man. 111-105. Knicks get the job done. Let's talk about it, man. 657-383-1509 is the number to call, or you can hit me up on a KFTV Discord. Penultimate preseason matchup. Let's talk about it, man. All right, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Like, share, and subscribe. CP the Franchise on the Solo Dolo here. Welcome to all my franchise channel members. Definitely good to see you guys in here. Leave me a comment in the chat if you guys are a franchise channel member. Knicks win 111-105. As I opened up with no starters. Tibbs gave the starters the night off, wholesale. Gave them the night off, gave them a rest, and so we could expect to see these guys back in action when the Knicks finish off their preseason in Washington on Friday. I would expect that to be the final dress rehearsal before we head to Beantown and spoil Banner Night. So, kind of expected. This is third preseason game. Tibbs wanted to get, an extended look at some guys, and that we did. So where should we start, man? Because I think, yes, you can say it's preseason, but there's still things that you want to take a look at. And we're going to talk about, the Shamet injury because that was obviously unfortunate. Knicks losing Landry Shamet in this game with an apparent, looks like a separated shoulder. Almost looked like, a Julius Randle type shoulder injury, and that's not good. So we got to talk about that and what that means for the Knicks going forward. But, I mean, you know what? I'll go to the rooks, man. Let's start with the rooks, man. Let's start with the rooks. I'm going with Tyler, the Creator, first. I'll go with the Creator, man. They almost a triple-double for Tyler tonight. 7 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds for Tyler in 24 minutes. He was the guy I really wanted to see tonight. Like, we know that campaign is going to do his campaign thing. Like, we know he's in preseason form and he's ready to go. But it's really the extended minutes of Kolek that you want to see, what he's going to make out of it. And I thought he was good, man. In the beginning, you could tell that Charlotte's length and wingspan was bothering him a little bit. I thought LaMelo played some good defense on him, especially early in the second quarter when he got in. But he settled in, and he really started to take what the defense was giving him. It was laborious. He had to work through it. But I thought he did well, man. And once he gets into that paint, he knows the different angles and how to play that defense, how to play the pick and roll, and really set guys up. He found Hukporti, as he usually does, found Precious for a nice one-handed alley-oop. So, I mean, Tyler was great tonight. Shooting-wise, he didn't have it. He was 2 of 9 from the field, but all good. I thought he was facilitating well, got to the boards, and, this was a good test. Even though it's Charlotte, you're still playing their starters for a good portion of this game. And it was a good test for Kolek. So I thought that was a good job by him, just really staying patient. Patient is really the word that I can think of when I think about Kolek and his game tonight. So a near triple-double for Tyler Kolek. Great job by him. Okay, Where do we want to go next? Huck Porty Hive, I got to give you your due. I got to go to Huck Porty Hive next, man, because next to the Kolick Hive, the Huck Porty Hive is chomping at the bit. They see the talent. They see the tantalizing skill set. He's a worker, and I think he could make a case for potential rotation minutes, whether it's later on in the season or, if the Knicks are in a foul trouble between Towns and Sims. Between Towns and Precious, because I don't think Sims is going to make it. I think you could see Huck Porty early, man. And the way the roster is figuring out, we had our guy Yossi Goslin on the on the show the other day, and he talked about, Huck Porty could be a guy who could end up getting signed, getting his two-way converted to a full-time contract. So that's a good sign for Huck Porty, but overall, man, just he continues to be active. That's what I noticed the first thing when I saw him the first day of Summer League, man. He's always active around the basket, good footwork. He's hustling like he never takes a play off, plays the pick and roll very well on both ends of the floor, and just overall hustling, man. You saw the poster that he caught earlier in this game, and that's Huck Porty, man. He plays with an edge, which you like, because some of you felt like we've lost that edge with the departures of Julius Randle and with the departure of Dante DiVincenzo. So, Huck Porty kind of gives him that edge, and you don't have Mitch either. So to a certain extent, this guy kind of brings that toughness that the Knicks are missing. And, Tibbs spoke very highly of him in the first preseason game, and I don't think that's by mistake. So I think there's a good chance that he's not only playing well in the games, but he's probably also practicing well. And so that has, really impressed Tibbs and the coaching staff. So good job by Huck Porty tonight. Huck Porty finished with 8 points, 5 rebounds for Huck Porty, and 1 assist from the big man out of Germany by way of, I think he was down in either Australia or New Zealand. So Huck Porty, he's been around, and he's hoping to make his case to stick around at the NBA level, man. And I think he's got a chance with these New York Knicks. Let me see if I can pull up the body that he caught, man. He caught a couple tonight, man. Huck Porty, he's just active. Let's show this replay here. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy, CP the Franchise here. All right, let me get this thing here on Ariel Huck Porty. Do we have it open? All right, that's a little too big. Salute to everybody in the chat. Okay, here we go. All right, let's run the replay here from Huck Porty. Here's Deuce, and Deuce had a good game tonight too. Deuce had a good game. I thought he did a good job getting into the paint as well. His jumper is always there, but I like to see the other intangibles of Deuce's game to see how much he's improved in this next season. But here he is in a two-man game with Huck Porty, and feeds him nicely, man. Threads the needle right there, and Huck Porty, don't jump, Nick Richards. Nick Richards, who? Huck Porty says, I'm here to stay, and puts Nick Richards on a poster. So that was a good job by Huck Porty tonight. And there is some sound bites from Huck Porty here. We're going to play that before we get to the next guy. Salute to everybody in the chat, my franchise channel members. I see you. CP the Franchise here on the Solo Dolo. I did see a sound bite here from Ariel Huck Porty. Let's see if we have it here, and we will play it. Knicks win 111-105 over the Charlotte Hornets. All right, let's see if we got the Huck Porty soundbite. All right, here we go. I think this was him reacting to the poster. Here was Huck Porty. Let's hear what he had to say in the locker room.
How many players did you dunk on today? Was it 2, 3? How many?
You tell me.
I think it was at least 2. I think you tried. Yeah. Is that your game? You go out there try to dunk on everybody?
No, my first one was like, I jumped and then I was like, oh damn, I'm mad high. Why not? let me try it. But no, like you said, he was like, oh yeah, make sure you're aggressive, and that's what I was trying to do today. So yeah.
How many?
All right, there you go. Porty said, hey, just stay aggressive. That's what he tried to do, and he got the job done. And I don't know who that was asking him, if he feels like that's his approach, is just to go out there and dunk on everybody. He doesn't look – he's not that type of player to me. You know, certain players are like that have that type of athleticism, but don't really have the overall awareness for the game, and so they just use their athleticism to, you know, overpower guys and just try to dunk it. Now, that's not his game. He's much more calculated. He plays a smarter game, and he just plays with a good motor. That's what you need from your bench guys, man. You know, that's what you need from your bench guys. You need guys that can just go out there with a good motor and give a good effort. Knicks have had a number of those guys, but I think Huck Porty it can fill a nice role. So that was his night. He had a good one tonight. How about Pacome Dadier? Dadier Hive. Was anybody expecting to see Hakeem Dadier tonight after DMPs in the first 3 preseason games? Hakeem Dadier comes in, and what do you know? He starts torching the Nets. So that was a welcome sight. He's running the lane well, at a baseline dunk. Party looked nice, and good job by Tyler finding him. Couple of corner threes. So that was a welcome sight for me, man. It was good to see because the last time we saw him in Summer League, you know, his jumper mechanically looked good, but he just wasn't hitting. So you didn't really get much from him in the Summer League. But, man, he came out there and started splashing. Just one preseason game, and clearly he felt good. But that was a good sign to see from Pacome Dadier, the Knicks' first-round pick. 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from downtown, 5 boards, a steal, 16 points. And this is against, you know, some Charlotte reserves, but also some of the Charlotte starters were out there. Gene Cheriel, a 4-point play, yeah. So, you know, given the injury to Shamet, you know, we're going to talk about this, but did Dadier make a case for potential rotation minutes once we get to 9, 10 potentially? Or, you know, just from a depth standpoint? 18 years old, nostalgic Nick. Now part of the wing factory. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice when you could go from this team being desperate to get a wing to now saying they have the opportunity to slowly develop another wing to contribute at some point down the line? Maybe it's this year, maybe it's beyond. But, man, it's an embarrassment of riches here. And, hey, at 18 years old, who knows, man? Sky could be the limit for this kid. But good job. And you also saw some of the cutting ability. That was one of his skill sets that he came in with. Remember our guy David Zenon put us on in the scouting report. And we have seen that in Summer League and things of that nature. His ability to run the floor, fill the lane, cut to the basket, it's good instincts for his age. So that was a good night. Good night for Pacome Dadier. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 of 6 from downtown, 6 of 11 from the floor. So shout out to Pacome Dadier. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP the franchise on the solo dolo. And here was Pacome Dadier after the game. Speaking about the opportunity to get some playing time here in the preseason. This was courtesy of S&Y Videos. And he talks about playing in the preseason with the Knicks. Here's Dadier.
What's the preseason been like for you? Camp been like for you so far, just being around these guys?
I got to learn a lot of things. I had the opportunity to be in the team where we're winning and we got a lot of great players. So I'm taking that opportunity just to learn every day about things on the court, off the court, just the NBA in general. So yeah, I enjoy it.
Yes, sounds like a precocious neophyte, as Clyde would say. But as this organization has matured under Rose and Tibbs, now you have the veterans that he can learn from Hart, OG, Bridges, Brunson. Come along slowly, man. He's in a good position to succeed here. So we'll take it one day at a time with him, and see what he does next time his number's called. So that was our first round pick, Pacome Dadier. Okay. $10 super chat from Blade Pinderhughes says Pac-Man is going to have to score against two of the most elite wing defenders in the league. He's going to be a dog by default. So there's Blade Pinderhughes kind of tacking on to the point I was making with his $10 super chat. Shout out to Blade. He says, yeah, you're learning from Bridges and OG. Should only make him better. So we'll see where he takes it, man. All right. I see my guys in Facebook in the building. Salute to Alcino Madeira. Says steals of the draft. Anthony J. Lopez Colon says everybody competing for a spot on the championship bench. Yeah, tonight was the bench night. And we saw some good things, man. We definitely saw some good things. So we talked about Kolek. We talked about Huck Porty. We talked about Dadier. Now we can get into, again, some of the newer faces. We're going to get, Precious ultimately had the game of the night, and we'll get to Precious. But speaking of the camp battle between Kolek and Payne, hey, this is kind of tough, man, because I thought Payne came out there and really did a good job at the backup floor general spot once again. Payne had a good night tonight, man. He was 6 of 18 from the field, 3 of 9 from downtown, but 16 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, a steal. And you saw, especially in the beginning of the game, him and Deuce trying to get on that same page and playing off of each other. And Deuce playing in his natural spot in the off-ball position. And Payne looking for Deuce. Deuce being able to hoist up some threes tonight. He went 7 of 19 from the field, 4 of 11, and 18 points. But you saw that, Payne getting into the paint, getting those drives into the paint, and Deuce, moving well off of the ball, relocating to spots, typically to the elbow, and then Payne would kind of find him, and Deuce would fire away. So I think that's what you can expect from that backcourt tandem going into the regular season. And also defensively, man. I think defensively they're going to have nights when they're just going to be a pest, creating turnovers and getting this team out in transition. And so, look, Payne is making a case to keep that backup spot for now. And I think Tibbs will give it to him. Based on his experience and his ability, he's going to take those threes. As you saw also, a lot of these guys, whether it was Payne or Deuce or Shamet, it was talked about one of the emphasis in training camp was getting those threes up early in the shot clock, and you're starting to see that through these games now. You're starting to see that through these games now, 4 games in. So. The Payne-Kolek battle is going to be interesting, but I think Payne will kind of hold that down until otherwise. All right, McBride had a good night. Thought he had a good shooting night, 18.7 to 19 from the field for McBride. But unfortunately, they lost Landry Shamet, man. 3 of 10 from the field, 2 of 7 from downtown, and 8 points. And unfortunately, Mr. Shamet goes down to an apparent shoulder injury, man. Untimely and just ultimately tough for him. Just in the grand scheme of things, you hope a speedy recovery from him. Because for the business of basketball standpoint, he signed an Exhibit 9 contract with the Knicks that only guarantees you $15,000 should you get cut. So, this looks like a separated shoulder. And that wouldn't bode too well for him in terms of making the team. So that's unfortunate. Now, where do the Knicks go from here? Well, you did see T.J. Warren tonight. T.J. Warren gave it a good look. He's a bucket. He's a microwave scorer. Does T.J. Warren get that role? Does Dadier ultimately move into that role? It's going to be tough, but Landry Shamet, I was hoping that he would have made the team just as a three-point shooter that I thought that they definitely needed in terms of three-point shooting depth at the guard spot. But I don't know. That doesn't look too good. STG Nick in the chat. TJ Warren is Budget Burks. Everybody's trying to put the big money designation on TJ Warren. Not so fast. He looked all right tonight, but not so fast. The nickname commission is not ready to transfer naming rights. He's got to earn it. He needs his Garden. He has to have his Garden moment. So we'll see, but he might make the team, at this point. Might make the team. And so for a bench that's, looking for an identity and looking to establish itself, kind of tough to lose Shamet, especially when this Knicks bench is kind of, there's questions about this Knicks bench as it is. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. What do you guys think, man? Shamet down, maybe out? Who's stepping in? Let me know your thoughts. 657-383-1509 is the number to call, or you can hit us up on the KFTV Discord. Here was Payne after the game, just talking about his approach and his journey in the NBA so far. His Payne, SNY Videos, courtesy of SNY Videos. His Payne.
How much has your journey in the NBA kind of dictated how you approach every day now? Have things changed over the years as you've gone through different experiences?
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. I probably just say the biggest experience was me getting waived and going overseas. And then my thing, I just was like, bro, I never go back overseas. And I credit to getting on the floor, doing the little things that people don't do, or like my coach, Money Williams in Phoenix, he'll just be like, don't be on that NBA shit. And you know what? I ain't even gonna say he said NBA shit. He said don't be on that NBA stuff. And I can relate to it. And I just take that to the game every night. I don't want to go back overseas, so that's why I say, man, that's my identity. I'm gonna go and play my heart out and do whatever I gotta do to help the team win.
All right, that was Payne, courtesy of SNY Videos, and Payne, just like many say, Payne is that guy who, when he's on the other team, you can't stand him. But when he's on your team, he's all aces. And I think that is who he could become for the Knicks this season. Pesky player, but a guy that you want fighting for you, scrapping and representing the orange and blue. And he comes as a veteran with significant experience. He played in the NBA Finals, played behind Chris Paul, played with Book, played with KD, played with Giannis. So Payne has a journey. He's got a resume, and like he said, he ain't trying to go back. He ain't trying to go back. And his story was, making it to the NBA was a good story though. So you got to give him that credit, and he will let it fly. Payne 3 of 9 tonight, 6 of 18 from the field, and that was his night, man. The backup point guard of the New York Knicks. That's our guy, Payne. Loading some people up here on the Discord. We're gonna get the phones ready and chop it up with the people. 111-105. Knicks win, undefeated in the preseason. Take that for what it's worth. CP the franchise on the solo dolo. Let me check in on my Yankees. Make sure everything is kosher. So I started late, man. I had to eat dinner. Make sure the Yankees are good. We got playoff baseball, even though preseason basketball is important. Not trying to diminish that, but we got playoff baseball going on in this town. See what the chat's saying. I've called Payne all kinds of bums over the years, but happy to have him as a Knick now. Yeah, Shiva Jones. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. TM says we good. All right, cool, man. Shout out to TM. Good to see the mod, the chief moderating operator. Is it operator or officer? Chief moderating operator or officer, sorry, is in the chat holding us down. So salute to TM. How about Precious tonight, man? 20 points, 16 rebounds, 3 assists for Precious tonight. 8 of 15 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown. Precious had himself a night, man. He damn near played 40 minutes. Tibbs is diabolical. Precious Achiuwa is leading the Knicks in preseason minutes. So they said, man, you wanted to come back so bad. Here's the minutes. But shout out to Precious. The one thing I like about him, the one thing I really like about Precious is that he knows his role. He knows his role. Like, if this team was at full strength and Precious is coming off of the bench and just playing his role. Like, he just does that. But on a night like tonight, when he's getting the starting nod and he has to do more offensively for this team, he turns up. That's exactly what he did last year. And that's the reason why he really turned it around after the trade, was because in that month, either January or February as a starter, man, he was fantastic. So you got to give him a lot of credit, man, because I think that's part of the staying power of a role player, is being a star in your role. Checking your ego at the door and knowing that on certain nights I have to do X and on certain nights I have to do Y. And Precious just does that, man. So he had himself a night. Definitely glad that he's back. And he's going to be kind of a wild card for this team, and he's going to be a very important piece for this team. I think an underrated piece for this team. McQuell Wells in the chat, Precious doesn't overdo it. Yeah, doesn't overdo it. Does not overdo it. He does his job, comes to work, clocks in, does his job, and keeps it pushing. And here was Precious after the game, on the game that he had, man. 20 points, 16 rebounds. Here he goes.
You were a free agent over the summer. What made you come back to the Knicks?
Man, I love New York. I love the fans. The fans are amazing. I just want to say I missed you guys over the summer, and I always wanted to come back just so I could feel this energy every time in the room, every time we play.
All right, so that was Precious. Bronx native and a fan favorite, man. Well, great job by him. He really put in a lot of work tonight, and I thought he was excellent. So that was pretty much the night, man, by the Orange and Blue. Let me go back to the box score, make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Precious. Sims, what did you guys think about Sims tonight? 7 and 10, 10 points, 10 boards. Thought he was all right. Thought he was fine. But overall, I think Porty's coming for that job. Unfortunately. Just how the business works, man. Simulation Hive. Are you guys in the chat? Let us know, man. 657-383-1509 or hit us up in the KFTV Discord. To the Discord we go. Sayquizzy, go ahead and unmute your mic. You back with us 2 nights in a row, man.
You hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, man. It's your show, man.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I just wanted to say I hope Shamet is okay.
Yeah, that didn't look good, man. You saw that little point out of his shoulder like Julius, man. We just saw it a couple months ago.
It gave me nightmares of seeing Julius. It looks the same way.
Yeah. Doesn't look good, man.
But that killed my vibe. Like, the preseason game was fun until that happened. I got a little sad. I'm like, oh no, these injuries again. I hope it don't build up. I hope it don't get bad from this. But Daddy, he looking like upgrade Kevin Knox. He hitting threes, doing cuts. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
If Kevin Knox was doing this for us, he would still be on the team.
Yeah. I mean, Kev had nights like that. Kev had some nights like that, you know. So the good thing is that we don't have to rely on Dadier like they had to rely on Kev back when he was a rookie.
But he was looking good. And Huck Porty, he out here dunking. He looking like on 2K. He put it on rookie mode, dunking on everybody.
Yeah.
Hustling for rebounds. Like, he want that spot. He ain't playing.
I like Huck Porty, man.
Like today, I see. I ain't gonna do no bash on Sims. Sims gave it effort. That's what I want to see. He was hustling for rebounds, getting a loose ball, kicking it out. He gave it his all today. I see a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then, like, Kolek, I'm calling him Peter Parker. That man got spidey senses. Anytime he sees somebody open, his spidey senses kicking. Like, that man find anybody open. He doing good. That's our white boy out there. He doing good.
Yeah. 2 turnovers tonight, 9 assists, 2 turnovers. Like I said, the shots wasn't falling, but I liked how he was running the offense, man. Very patient. And I thought, Charlotte was trying to make them work out there. They were definitely playing serious between LaMelo. Brandon Miller started turning up. Trey Mann was out there chucking shots up. Like, they were definitely trying. But it was a good job by Kolek and those guys holding it down and ultimately getting the W.
Yeah, that's another part. I like how the bench was, like, actually playing good. And the Hornets had their starters out. And I believe they was trying a little bit. I don't think they wanted to go out there and lose. Because, like, if you see Washington Wizards, like, if they would have did that, it would have been a blowout first quarter.
Yeah.
Game over.
It's true.
But our starters, they went out there and played good. And I'm praying, if knock on wood, pray no injuries happen, but I'm praying Tom Thibodeau have trust in the rookies and give them opportunities if, like, somebody want to do a load management, like OG, anything tweaking, like, let the rookies play, let OG, like, chill or something if he get hurt or anybody.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, you couldn't guarantee. Well, one of the things is this, like, for the most part in the preseason, we've been getting more wholesale starter to bench rotations. Like, we haven't really gotten long looks at a combination of the two. So we know that Payne, McBride, and Precious are going to comprise the 8-man rotation. Is it going to be a ninth? Is it Dadier? Is it TJ Warren? Is it, we'll just have to wait and see. Is it Kolek? Does Kolek get in? Does he go smaller with the guards? I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this thing rounds out because I don't think Shamet's going to make it, man.
Yeah. That hurt my heart because I think he had that spot too.
Yeah, I think so. And a lot of the insiders from Bondi to Katz felt like, based on the people they spoke to, he had a strong chance to make the team. So that's unfortunate because now all he gets is $15,000 and a Knicks jersey. It's cold. It's cold, man.
But that's all I had to say though.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me.
Stay up, man. Stay Quizzy on the check-in. Yeah, man, it's cold world out there, man. Hope for the best. But that did not look too good. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. CP the franchise here on the Solo Dolo. Knicks win 111-105. I'm pulling this graph up here. And we talked about this the other night, man. Tickets to the Knicks home opener are the most in the NBA by a mile. They are $275. It's the cheapest price to get in the house to see the Knicks take on the Indiana Pacers on Friday, October 25th, man. So we all know that those tickets are a little bit of a grip, man. So for you people at home, we got you guys covered, man. Use our code KFTV for 10% off your order at SeatGeek, the #1 rated ticketing app and the official ticketing app of KnicksFanTV, man. Use our code KFTV10 for 10% off your tickets. When you go on SeatGeek, look for the green dots. Those dots represent the good to great deals, meaning you're getting the best bang for your buck. The red dots, not good. Maybe wait a bit or maybe just let those seats pass. But look for the green ones. And it's for first-time customers and repeat customers. So all customers of SeatGeek, KFTV10 for 10% off plus free shipping. If you guys want to go to the home opener at the Garden, you are welcome to do so. All right? CP the franchise here on the Solo Dolo. And also, if for some reason you can't make it to the Garden, you know where to find us, man. The #1 watch party for the fans, by the fans, is back. Next week, opening week, we got a 2 watch party blockbuster extravaganza, man. CP the franchise, Team KnicksFanTV, Stephon Marbury. On the first night, October 22nd, we will be at Slate to see the Knicks taking on the Boston Celtics. Our guy DJ Eric L. Beats will be on the 1s and 2s. This show will be produced and simulcasted by Bleacher Report. So Bleacher Report is going to be simulcasting and producing the KFTV's pregame and postgame show live from Slate. So shout out to Bleacher Report. Definitely appreciate their partnership over the years. And they're going to be tapping in with us. Then on Friday, we will be at Clinton Hall 36 for a pregame happy hour and watch party at Clinton Hall 36. If you guys want to come to watch the game there, you can come watch the game there. If you guys are going to the game, definitely come through for the pregame happy hour because there will be happy hour specials and those things to go around. So it's going to be a fantastic time. Go to KFTVWatch.com to get your tickets. The tickets are flying off the shelf, but go out there and get it, man. Starberry, CP the franchise. It's going to be a good one. It's definitely going to be a good one. Shout out to my guy Do Things in the chat. Says, I attend KFTV more than I attended school back in the day. Hashtag never miss a show. Shout out to Do Things. That's our family in there. Shout out to Do, man. That's our guy. So, yeah, man, action-packed, man. We are ramping up heavy and definitely looking forward to getting the season off to the races. Thursday, Han Solo. Han Solo's coming through on Thursday. The official kickoff, the annual preseason preview show, regular season preview show. Alan Hahn will be coming on. So, yeah, we getting ready, man. We are getting ready for you guys. Okay. FlockaDamus on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. FlockaDamus.
Yo, audio's clearer than Eric Adams' indictment.
Ooh, man. Ooh, man. You came in hot, bro. What's good, bro?
All right. How you doing, CP? Salute.
Yeah, doing good, man. Yankees won,
cool, man.
Yankees won.
Oh, it's a good day, man. It's a good day.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, I got in kind of late. I'm not gonna lie, so I only really caught the fourth quarter. But I just want to say, that experimental, thing that Tibbs was doing between the second and third unit, I really liked it. I know you can't teach size. It was a little small lineup between Kolick and what's his name, Payne.
Yeah.
And Deuce. But I will say I had some flashbacks to like the 2014 Spurs when Popovich was playing around with like Bellinelli and Parker, and some small lineups, and the ball movement was just insane at moments. Like Payne did a little touch pass after like a corner pass out, and that led to like an assist real quick. So the ball movement was just, I don't know, it was looking real crispy, man.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing Tom Thibodeau really play around with lineups that really experiment and create on off the bench and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see what he could do with that, man. Yo, that's it. I'm gonna say that. And I'm getting married on Saturday. I invited Jalen and Josh to the wedding. Tell them when you get a chance that they missed out, man. So
yo, wait, hang on. Hang on. I'm putting you on full screen.
Okay.
You wait a second. What
I just have to jump in there.
What happened to my invite, bro?
Oh, bro, I mean, we try to hit up all the DMs and we didn't really get no responses, so it's all good, bro.
Who do you think had a better chance of responding to your wedding invitation, GMs? Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart or CP the franchise?
I mean, the whole Knicks Nation would have been there, I'm sure. If I had the money for it, man, trust me,
I mean, bro, we could have scrounged up some super chats. We could have got you a nice gift. Like a little cigar kit, a little scotch thing.
Yeah, I appreciate. I'm definitely getting a couple bottles of scotch. I already expect those, but I appreciate it, CP, for sure. I'll be at the watch party though, most likely. So I'll show you some pics, some videos. We'll check in.
All right.
But have a good one, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. I mean. Then the guy doubles down on not inviting me by saying, I'll bring the pictures of my wedding to your watch party in case you're still interested in taking a look. You can't make it up with these people. I'm chopped liver over here. We would have got him a nice gift, set him up perfectly. You can't make it up. No respect. To quote the late, great Rodney Dangerfield, some of you guys are young whippersnappers, you don't know that line. No respect. Somebody said ban him from the watch party. It's cold, man. It's a cold world out here, man. Oh, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Hey, it's preseason. You got to have a good time, man. Shout out to Randy Johnson. Throws the worst take emoji in there. Salute to Randy Johnson. Salute to our franchise shadow members, man. Damn. Hugo Daniel said, shut CP down disrespectfully. Oof. It's one of those nights, man. I'm just a conductor, man. We'll be here. Weddings or not, we'll be here, man. So... he'll be back. He'll be back, man. He'll get right and be back. There will be nights he's gonna need us. Let's go to Ron from Baltimore, man. Ron, how you feeling, man?
CP, what's good, man?
How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. I like this kid, Pacome Dadier.
Yeah.
I like
like
how
him.
smooth his jumper looks. He was very impressive tonight. What did you think of him?
Yeah, he looked good, man. Like we said, we seen Knox do this type of thing. We see guys. It was one game, but let's see some more. I don't know if he's ever going to get another opportunity like that, but maybe if he keeps showing and proving in practice throughout the season. Yeah, he's one guy that doesn't have a two-way contract. He's got a regular contract.
Yeah, I'm hopeful. Like with Deuce, his first year, and he took a major jump just by being in practice, being around these guys. He has a smooth jump shot that, like, I don't know, it just comes off his hands. I'm not saying he's Dante. I saw something tonight I like from him. I want to see him work in practice, but maybe he can give us something. Let me just make this comment. So, obviously, we know MJ Burke started this whole thing before Brunson got here. Was MJ Burke?
He started the movement. A lot of people give it credit to Julius and all that, but Burks deserves some of that credit too. But go ahead.
Yeah, he started it. Obviously, he finished it in Game 7. He was the only one that lasted.
He's the only one. He was the only one.
Yeah, so he's in Miami. We got a lot of second-round picks. Shamet just went down. I don't know the CBA rules, but maybe trade deadline. I'm monitoring that. I think if you add MJ Burks to this club, I do think we are now. He deserves to finish this with the team. So I would consider bringing MJ Burks back. It's just me. People can throw tomatoes. That's okay. That's just my thought on it. I still think MJ Burks. He had 3 great games in the playoffs. Game 7, I don't put on him. Everybody went down, including Jalen. But I love Burks. That's my guy. But I think we got a good team, man. Kolek is the best passer on the team.
Yes.
He should definitely play in the second unit. Payne is a winner. He played well against us in the playoffs. He's a dog. So I just hope we can stay healthy throughout the regular season. All I ask, obviously we got Boston opening night and we want to win every game, but it's going to take some time to gel. So I want to be patient with the club, and I just want to survive the regular season, because at the end of the day, all I care about is winning in the playoffs and winning a championship. So I'm asking Tom Thibodeau, do your thing, do what you got to do to win games. But if you could just calm down on we gotta stay in this thing for the long run, and let's bring MJ Burks home, man. I love you.
This guy wants to bring Burks back. I think it's done, man. I think it's done. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Now, speaking of campaign said this about Landry Shamet to Steve Popper Newsday. Says, man, I was hot because about Landry Shamet's injury. Says, man, I was hot because he was just now getting going. Initially, I didn't think it was that serious, but man, I'm sending a prayer to him. That's been my guy for years. It sucks with this season just around the corner and how much work you put in. Sad to see it happen like that, especially in a preseason game. So, campaign sounds like he's kind of, I don't know if he knows. Nobody has really said anything yet, but campaign kind of puts, a dire situation on it. And we can see with our own eyes, it doesn't look too good. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. All right, salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. CP the franchise here. Knicks win the penultimate preseason game, 111-105. They do lose Landry Shamet, so they did take a little bit of an L there by losing Shamet to an unfortunate injury. Trying to pull it up here again to show the people. Shamet goes down. Looks like a separated shoulder or something of the sort, and just unfortunate. So we wish him a speedy recovery, and it'll be next man up for the New York Knicks, man. But here's the Shamet injury once again, and you see him kind of rolling around on the floor. He's got the little point on the shoulder is kind of popping up, sticking out. There it is. Eesh. Yeah, not good. Not good. To the phones we go. 917. What's your name? Where you calling in from? 917.
Jay from Harlem.
Jay, Harlem World, stand up. How you feeling, man?
What's going on? What's going on, Jay? I'm cooling.
Yeah.
Just want to talk about. I like what we did tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I like what we did. We have to slow down on Dottier. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
One
Yeah,
thing
you
I
slow
did
down.
see- Yeah, got to slow down on him. He definitely looked like he can be something, but we got to slow down him. His feet are real slow on defense.
Yeah.
So we have to bring him down, and we have to slow it down a bit. Hook Porty. I'm not on how Porty High, but he's way better than Sims. We've given Sims time and time again. He's just more active, and that's what we kind of need, you know. So, and we're not expecting Hot Porty to play 20 minutes or anything like that, but little spot minutes, Hot Porty's going to be better than Sims. Now, for Payne, I'm not the biggest Payne fan, never have been. He is what he is. You know, he's going to come, he's going to give energy. I just still feel like he shoots too much of the three, you know, and I think in crucial games where we don't need that, he's going to do what he always does and pull and pull and pull. I think after All-Star break, I think he's going to start for the majority of the season, and then All-Star break when it's kind of like the trade deadline, I think we got to include him in any kind of deal and let Kolek take over. Kolek's going to Kolek, even if he's off, you see 7 assists, 0 turnovers inside the second quarter. He at least gets the offense going, and that's what we really need. We don't need a dude to come in and want to be special. That's what he did in Philly. That's what he did in the Suns, and there's a reason why he got packed up every place else, because he does that. He's going to give you energy, but he's going to take the bad shots at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You know, that's just who he is. But Kolek, he's not going to play the first half. Like we already know. That's just Tibbs. That is what it is. But second half of the season, I hope Kolek gets some burn, because he really can make the offense go, especially playing with better players. And just like last year, Precious did his thing. When everybody's saying, "Oh, we don't got a bench, you bring in Deuce, you bring in Precious. Those two was the same guys that was holding us down last year. Not everybody in the NBA plays 9 or 10 guys, but if you got a solid 8, we could be okay.
Yeah. All right. All right, no doubt, man. Appreciate the call. Jay from Harlem World, stand up. What do you guys think, man? Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. What you think about Jay's take there? Says get rid of Cam and give Kolek the shine. I don't think they it depends on what they need. And clearly if they did trade Payne, you know, it's in a package with either Mitch or Precious. And at this point, it's hard to see the move that they would make to package those guys up and get some at the deadline. Not to say it's not going to happen, but, you know, you're not just going to – I mean, Cam, his salary is negligible, so it's not going to be a one-for-one trade. It'll be in some sort of package. But I think, you know, that type of depth, you don't want to give that up. He still has experience. He has significant playoff experience. You never know if somebody goes down, knock on wood, you lose another guard. Yeah, I think you keep him on the bench, even if you plan to elevate Kolek ahead of him. But Payne still can shoot the three. Yes, his shot selection will drive you crazy. I know that. Defensively, he's going to be there. And look, he's doing what he has to do as a floor general out there. He had 8 assists tonight. How much assists did Payne have tonight? Yeah, 8 assists tonight, 2 turnovers. You know, he's getting the offense together. He's getting his paint touches. I like that, especially out of the backup point guard spot. We didn't have that last year. So, let's just see. Let's see what the people are rating your call, Jay from Harlem. Let's see. I'm seeing a couple 1s, 0s. Jeez, come on, it's a tough crowd, preseason crowd. 4.5, Anthony Ramel Vines is agreeing with you, man. Yeah. All right. It's kind of mixed. Not really mixed. They're kind of killing you, man. You just didn't get too many tomatoes. I saw one from Matt Vasquez. Matt Vasquez tried to make you turn ketchup out of you. But, you know, call back anytime, man. Let me try to get my computer charger in here. Yeah, call back anytime, man. All good. Jay from Harlem World, okay? All right. Who else we got here? 516. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Yo, this is Carl calling in from LI. LI, what's good, homie?
Carl from LI. What's good, man? How you feeling tonight, man?
Man, look, long time listener. Called once way back when Jay Ellis was on the show.
Okay.
I was the nigga with the elephant in the room.
Okay.
And I got to call it out again. The elephant in the room was we had no bench, right?
Yeah.
That was the biggest concern. Losing Dante. We ain't got no bench. What we going to do once the starters get down or they get hurt? Yeah. I don't know if Todd did this on purpose, but putting the second and third unit in for the whole game, and we whooped they starters. And the previous caller, he's bugging on campaign. That dude was sparking tonight. He was chirping. He was stealing the ball. He was all over the floor. I mean, it was a beautiful thing. It was an absolutely beautiful thing. Kolick needs time. You know, he needs a little seasoning. He got to get stronger. His defense got to get right.
Yeah.
Pacome Dadier definitely has a future. You know, Hokporty, okay. I'm sorry. Jericho Sims is, I'm sorry, bro. Love you to death, but Lord. You know, he just, his footwork is just not there. You know, CP, it's just not there. But I'm looking at this bench unit, and I'm saying this is solid hold down, at least keep the score tied or even put 2 or 3 points up when our starters need a breather. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm looking at this team, man. I got to admit, like, it's preseason. We can't get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But looking at that Timberwolves game, looking at this game, how we gave it to the Hornets twice, so you know they wanted some payback tonight.
Yes.
You know, and they're like, oh, you coming with your reserves, and we still handed them they hat and sent them home. I think it's a beautiful thing, man, and I just wanted to put that out there. Love your work, man. I'm going to be repping there. I'm going to all the live events because
let's go.
You guys hold it down. It's a beautiful thing, and shout out to the Super Chat and everybody. KnicksFanTV all day, every day. One love, yo.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, man. Call back anytime, man. Appreciate the call.
Thank you.
All right. There we go. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. CP the franchise here. Fred Katz saying Knicks could choose to hold on to Shamet regardless on a non-guaranteed contract if healthy and is pushing for a rotation spot. So, yeah, that is correct. Okay, let's see who else we got here on the lines, man. CP the franchise rocking. On the Discord we go. The Knowledgeist. Go ahead and unmute your mic. The Knowledgeist.
Hey, CP, how you doing, man?
How you doing, man? What's your name? Where you calling in from, man?
Daniel, calling from Brooklyn, Bushwick.
Bushwick. What's good? How you feeling?
Pretty good, man. Yeah. I think that I liked what I saw tonight overall. Precious, I can't say enough about him. Like you were saying earlier, you know, last year when he got sort of pressed into service, he really performed well. And I feel like tonight was another example of that. Steps up, he knows the team needs him. It was great.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more Kolick. I know he's new, but he's fun and flashy and stuff. I'm curious to see how that all plays out. I'm also curious to get your take, like short of an injury, what do you think is like the clearest path for him to get some minutes? I don't know if you saw this one play, like it seemed like he was not doing well defensively, and then he swatted the ball out of bounds. He tried to get Tibbs to challenge it, and then the camera showed Tibbs, and Tibbs' face was like, "You kidding me? Like I'm not challenging this thing." But that kind of felt like there's no way I'm challenging it because you just played like crap at the other end of the floor.
Yeah.
But anyway, curious to get your take on what the path for him is. And my last note, I don't know if anyone's ever talked about this in the league. Would they ever consider doing an Elam ending for the preseason? Mike Breen was like, "Oh God, I don't want another. I don't want a overtime game." It seems like a smart idea, right?
Yeah,
like,
it might injuries. Be. It might be, man. You know, less injuries. You know, less chance of extended minutes in a meaningless game.
Yeah.
So maybe, maybe, but yeah, it's certainly possible. I couldn't knock it. Usually they try to test those things in the G League first.
Right.
But yeah, you never know, man. I don't think that would necessarily be a bad idea. With Kolek, like you said, barring injury, how does he get in? He's got to deliver in his situational minutes. If there's a spot where, let's say, Payne is just stinking up the joint for 20 some odd games, and Tibbs brings Kolek in for a little bit, holding it down, especially on the defensive end. Because offensively, he has a floor, he has a baseline, and he's never gonna make a terrible decision to just send another team on a crazy run. But defensively, he's got to be able to hold it down, and maybe it comes in that way. But for right now, I think that 8-man rotation at least is going to be Payne, McBride, and Precious in that 8-man rotation.
Yeah, for sure. I could see it. It's just fun to watch, so love to see more of it.
For sure, man.
One last shout out. I got to shout out my wife in the other room, who was not nervous during the game because OG was not playing. She gets so anxious when on the floor.
Yeah, likewise, man. Whenever he hits the deck, you're holding your breath, man.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
man.
Thanks so much for doing what you do. Appreciate it, man.
Salute the knowledgeist on the Discord. And you heard him. See, he did the smart, wise thing. He shouted out wifey. Penultimate preseason game. He knows you'll probably be listening. Like, he'll probably run this back on the replay gang to be like, yo, I got my call on. And then he shouted it out. So now he just bought himself some time for post-game during the regular season. This is how it works, fellas, especially some of you youngsters out there. You got to do what you got to do, man, to get to post-game. That's what you got to do during the day. Whatever you got to do. You got to take the garbage out. You got to, do the dishes. Whatever you got to do to get to post-game, you just got to do it. So shout out the knowledgeist for doing what he has to do. All right? So to everybody in the chat once again, man, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP the Franchise. We got damn near 2,000 people on here. Rocking with Huck Porty and Kolek Hive. Number one show for the fans by the fans on and popping. Shout out Space Jam Rose. They joined the franchise channel membership. Salute to you. The 77, salute to you, franchise channel member. $5 super chat says, Knicks second and third string can beat the Blazers, Nets, Wizards, Jazz, Pistons starters in a 7-game series. That's how I'm gauging our bench right now. Hashtag Kolek point guard. Okay. Salute to you, man. Definitely appreciate the love and the super chat. All right, LD, how you feeling, man? Let's go.
You want to know what's funny?
Yeah.
I left that comment. That's funny.
Oh, that was you? That was you? The 77 is you?
That was my comment.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
Yeah, that's facts. How you doing tonight, though?
Yeah, good, man. Good, man. How you feeling?
Good. I like what everybody's saying about Kolek and Huck Porty. I love those guys. But I don't think we're in any hurry to get these guys in the rotation that quickly.
Yeah.
I think Payne is somebody who's been to the NBA Finals. He's played with Russell Westbrook. Like, this guy knows. He may not be as skilled as, we may want him to be. But,
that's right.
He's experienced and he knows tough times, So I don't think
did we lose him?
It's all good, but I mean, I don't think we should be in a hurry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I don't think he will be.
Yeah. And I think, like, what's his name? Sims, it looks like Sims might get some time. I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a big enough body, but his leash is kind of short now, though.
Yeah.
His leash is kind of really short. But I don't think we're in a hurry at all because we have enough depth. And as I left that comment, I'm gauging our second and third unit like an actual starting team that's not necessarily going to the playoffs, but we could beat some, we could beat starters in this league with the bench. Precious Achua, Shamet, unfortunate, but I'm the biggest Kolek fan, but I don't really think we have good problems right now.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't got to rush anything. We got really good problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Now it's time to rip the wrappings off.
Yeah, just let Tibbs. I actually trust Tibbs to do his job this year and take it as far as possible. If we start seeing, slip ups here and there with people who are getting like too much time, maybe, whatever the case may be, we can then start pushing for Kolek got to take over, whatever the case may be. But Leon Rose has done a fantastic job since he's been here, drafting, making signings. I mean, sorry for Shamet, but it's really unfortunate for him. But it doesn't seem like it's something that's going to land on the Knicks books because of how they signed him. Again, It's unfortunate, but again, Leon is making moves and is not putting us in bad situations. We just keep getting positives from him. And I think we just got to sit back and enjoy the ride. No need to rush anything.
Yeah, true indeed. True indeed, man. Let's just, the starters are going to be key. Let's just see how they come together as the season progresses. Remember that first 10. That first 10 is going to be tough, though. First 10 is going to be tough, man.
And we'll be able to gauge it. We'll see,
Yeah.
Everybody stay healthy, hopefully. And, we'll do what we got to do. Dante, respect. Thank you for everything that you did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it seems like they starting to treat you like evil Dante now. The fans are starting to act like he gave the thumbs down like Randall did.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Dante situation, man, and appreciate the call, man. The thing with the Dante situation, I think, when things kind of blew up was, for one, he became a fan favorite very fast last year. He took on Storm. He started one of the best three-point shooting seasons all time by a Knick. He embodied the New York grit, that New York spirit, which you expected. Like, that was a baseline for me, especially him, who he was, and coming from Villanova. Like, you knew who he was when he got here. But he really took on the city and took on that jersey. And so what you saw here, and I did through my back channels to speak to my peoples on this, but you saw a guy who was emotional about the trade and got chippy. He started yapping with Tibbs on everything. And so he took umbrage of it. Obviously, he was hurt by that. And then at the end of the game, you saw, him and Rick Brunson getting into some static, getting into some friction there. And, based on people I spoke to, Rick was more so trying to just get him to calm down and understand, keep it all in-house and keep it more professional. But obviously, Dante didn't like that. And so the two of them had words at the end. So, I don't think this is anything that's going to continue to boil over. It's a family feud. They'll hash it out. They'll work it out. Like Dante said, they'll hash it out privately. But that's all it really was, is him really chirping at the bench and Rick trying to, get him to kind of put things in perspective and calm it down as a younger player. So kind of boiled over that way. But, that's the intel I got from, my CAA family, man. But, that's it, man. We all lose when the family feuds, man. Said a wise man. Just take that for what it's worth. Okay? All right. A couple more before we wrap. I see the members lounge is filling up. Way Too Melo on the members lounge. Way Too Melo. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
What's good, CP?
Good, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm all right. It was a good game tonight. Happy to see the bench can take on the Hornets by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one question for you, because I also wanted to say, I called in last time and I didn't like the cat trade. I think I was a little emotional, you know what I mean, over Dante and Julius.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to revoke that statement and say it seems like it might have been the best move for us, at least in the short term.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, do you think that it's worth it to keep Mitch around just to guard Joel Embiid?
Not just for that.
I know it's not just for that.
Yeah, not just for that.
I don't think we could get another center that was as good guarding Joel Embiid as Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
I think if we have him, he comes back at middle of the season-ish. Maybe it works out perfect for us. Maybe he can take it easy into the playoffs, and we end up against the 76ers again, because we're going to need somebody. And I like Cat, but I don't know how Cat is going to guard Joel Embiid. That's going to be rough for us. We're going to have to see what goes on there. But we need Mitchell Robinson. I just want to say that. I know the Huckporty Hive is growing every day, but Mitchell Robinson is an elite defender, and he's the best option we have against Joel Embiid. So I want to get your opinion on the Joel Embiid thing and Mitchell Robinson. If you think Because I don't know what we're gonna do with Mitch now with all these centers.
Well, none of them outside of Karl Anthony Towns can even come close to Mitch. So, with all these centers, all you have are bodies, but none of them are even close to Mitch when he's on his game. Like, we can't forget about that. Mitch can help any team, all 30, 32, however many NBA teams. Mitchell Robinson can help all those teams just by his skill set alone as being an elite rebounder, an elite shot blocker, rim protector, and intimidator. Any team is going to want that. But I think where the Knicks can use him and use him well is not in a situation where they need to depend on him, but in a situation where now having him becomes more of a luxury, where you have the option to go with a Twin Towers look, or you have an option to have him out there with the second unit to fortify your defense and help you with the boards. You need to absolutely, they're going to be stronger when he comes back. And it's not just about Joel Embiid. Like, you don't just have one guy to be, nobody's stopping Joel Embiid. He's an MVP of the league or MVP leader. Nobody's going to stop those guys. But certainly, Mitch is going to be important. And I can't wait for him to come back and help these guys for sure. And shout out to Too Melo for the super chat. Shout out to Rhyme Animal Chuck D, $10 super chat, says, in my opinion, Precious was one of the best throw-in gifts. I think the Knicks trade history, right? We got to look into that. In the history of Knicks trades, who was the best quote-unquote throw-in? Because Precious is certainly making a case. No question about that, man. All right. All right, so that's it, man. I think we had a great show tonight. Let me pause that. I think we had a great show tonight. Got to see a lot of the rookies and backups in action. And we are one more preseason game, ladies and gentlemen, before we do this thing for real. I'm ready. I am ready. And I hope you guys are ready at home, man. One more to go, and then it's on to Boston for banner night. Let's go, man. Let's get to it. No more talking, no more speculating. Let's get to it, man. So I'm hyped. I'm sure you guys are as well. Remember, we got a lot going on the channel, man. Han Solo, Alan Han is coming through on Thursday. Go get your watch party tickets ASAP. CP the Franchise, Stephon Marbury, Team KFTV. I think Alex is coming down from Beantown. So it's going to be on and popping. That is Tuesday on the 22nd. And then also watch party on Friday for the home opener on the 25th. Tuesday's watch party is going to be at Slate. We're going to have the Pop-A-Shot tournament. We're giving away 2 tickets to the home opener. But you got to be there to win it. Steph will be there. DJ Eric L. Beats on the 1s and 2s. Giveaways after every quarter. I got gifts. It's going to be crazy. Trust and believe. You're going to want to be in the building on the 22nd and on the 25th, man. Surprises, guests, Bleacher Report producing. It's going to be a production, man. You guys know how we do it. The number one watch party for the fans, by the fans. Number one show for the fans, by the fans, man. And that is that, man. Also, remember to support our sponsors at SeatGeek. Go to SeatGeek.com or use the SeatGeek app for and use our code KFTV10 for 10% off your purchase. Regular customers, new customers, whatever it is. The number one rated ticketing app for the number one show for the fans by the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys on Friday. Knicks versus Wizards for the final preseason, the final warm-up act. Let's get it going, man. Leave us your comments on the Rooks. Leave us your comments on the center situation. Whatever it is, man. Let's go. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. CP the Franchise. I'm out of here, man. Have a great night.